Hello. Hope you guys. Hello, Info Dave. Welcome, welcome. You wanna know what I have on my table here? Hello, what do you hato? Look, it's a card game. Card. Look, it's the Combat Butler from like 20 years ago. Nah, I'm kidding. It's not that long ago, right? I think like Hayate was like 10 years ago, maybe? Yeah, I bought a trial deck for a dead card game a while back for the eventual video. I still need to find time to make the video at some point. The manga done? Yeah, the manga ended. That's where we ended up with the what was it called again? Himegoto? No, it's not Himegoto. Kawaii Goto? What the fuck was the name of that? Oh, what the fuck was the name of that? I forgot the name of the series. What's the name of the other series? Honikaku Kawaii. I remember that. Yeah, Hayate ended quite a far ways back before that, I think. Okay, boomer. No, you the boomer. You. Oh shit, no, it actually started in 2004. Fuck, okay. Shit, okay, maybe you might be onto something, but like, fuck. It's 2004. Wait, when was the anime? Wait, when was the anime? One more anime 2007. I remember the anime. That was how I got into the manga. So that was 2007. Shit, that's also more than 15 years ago, huh? Wait, it has... I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Not at all like shocked or anything that it's been that long. You know, it's not like Nanoha came out in like 2006 or something as well. Have you put Kisaki yet? I haven't even updated the game yet. I need to update the game. That looks glorious. It kind of got messed up a lot though when I tried to like take off my glasses. Fuck, wait, no, the fringe is a little off. Wait, give me a second. I need to recenter it a little. There we go. Now it's a little more centered. Little, yeah. It's just a little bit of a cute and funny hair thing. I only got the UE30, bro. What the fuck? That was fast. What's her weapon? What's her UE? What's her UE30 skill even? Like, is it that core? I have not seen the UE skills yet. Set as hard. Yeah, set as hard. That's why I gave up. I like doing set past level 50 actually requires a fairly specific team. Buff retention. Okay, then that's actually really good then. Level 49. No, you need to do 100 clearly. You need to be the very best that something ever was. Don't know, so I'm not that old. Come on. Just because the series is kind of old doesn't mean that I'm that old, right? I mean, I'm not in my 40s yet. God, imagine doing all of this still in my 40s. That would be actually wild. Imagine being in my 40s and still being like, oh yeah, I guess I'm gonna work overtime to like complete my work, and then I'm gonna come home and not sleep and make a video to release it tomorrow. Like, holy shit. Feeling old. Common speedruns are coming. Be prepared. It's gonna be crazy for the next 6 months. Yeah. That means I'm actually gonna need to try as well, which is not a good thing. I I have been putting off like actually trying hard for a while. And then now I'm just reminded that, like, shit, I need to try hard at some point. Say our next fest. Yeah, say Anna. Got him! Yeah, we did it. We did the thing. I need some music for that. Fuck, no! I need like a... I need like the Persona 5. You never see it coming, right? Where are my sunglasses? Fuck, I can't find the sunglasses. Fuck. Wait, where did I put it? It's usually on the table. Oh, there it is. The next fest, I guess you could say. Say Anna. Okay, we're done here. Where were we? Oh yeah, we were gonna do a stage or something. Oh fuck, no, I'm sorry. Hey, you have to admit though that actually worked out pretty well though. All things considered. Let me update the game. I don't even have enough to roll for Kisaki though, was the thing, because I kind of like laced around a little for the last event. And because I laced around, I think I missed out like a good like 1000 plus gems. Imagine being broke. Yeah. Me not saving gems at all definitely did not help with that much. I can say for certain. To use adult card. No. I mean, I wish I had the money to do that, but even that is gonna be kind of tough. How did I beat the nucleic core the last time? I don't even remember. I feel like it was a bleed team. But I feel like the last time I used a bleed team, things went horrifically when I tried to do this. So it's like, no. I've spent a little bit too much money recently. I don't think we can do that. If we're gonna swipe the card, we may as well buy a Kisaki figure instead of swiping on the game, right? With how far the future man is like pass on the S club. But you need them for red set anyways, right? Like if you're gonna do red set, they are kinda core as well. But do I need red set? I mean, don't you need everything? It's like the collector's mentality, right? How can I not have everything? More importantly, what did you buy for the Dojin IMAS event? Let me see. Would I technically count as the most like wholesome chungus like Dojin content talker about person if like the majority of the stuff I buy can actually be shown on stream? That's not from Idolmaster. This is family friendly. I don't think I bought anything that was adult actually. Like I don't think anything in here is R18. Is there? No, even this isn't. Like if it was, there would be a age rating on it, but like there isn't. So like everything here is technically like family friendly. Like it's just a lot of Kotone. Like she cute. Do you see the gender band sensei yet? The what now? It's just a bunch of like funny theme books, which are fairly family friendly, like gag manga sort of things as well. Like, oh. I mean, like, haven't people been drawing that for a long time as is? Like, since like it's not exactly like it's like the female audience that actually enjoys the game does draw like female sensei anyways. Which apparently like Blue Archive has a surprisingly high female audience at like I think was it 30% of the player base according to like Sensor Tower or something. Like they had the data somewhere and it was like 30% of the player base was female or something, which is already fairly high considering the contents of the game. That sounds like a lot. I mean, it's a lot considering the contents of the game. Like Genshin is closer to 50-50, but like, you know, that game actually targets both audiences. For what it is, Blue Archives is fairly high. So it's a bit of a thing. You can just like do this. It's like you know how the flagellants and like Warhammer they wear like the holy scripture to like protect themselves from bullets. It's basically that, except we wear like weep shit instead. Can you show me some of the pics of the ones you bought for me later on DM, please? Yeah, sure. Genshin targets casual audience more too. Yeah, so like, hence why yeah, there's that as well. Hence why I mean like Genshin tends to have a more balanced player base, which is what makes Blue Archives like kind of interesting in a way that like there's actually a fairly decently sized female audience for it, all things considered. I'll need to dig out the graph again, cause like I remember someone sent it to me like really far back. Like it was from somewhere last year, I think. And I was reading through the table by Sensor Tower and I was like, well, that's interesting. I don't know where they even got the data from, since like I don't think that data is actually like shown anywhere. But they are the analytics firm, so I guess maybe they somehow have access to it. Because like that, I don't think that's data that even the game company has any way to monitor, unless like for some reason your phone has you like input your real gender or something, which doesn't happen. I mean, what are Kisaki's multipliers? I have not seen it yet. Let me see if I actually have that data lying around real quick. While also looking at the multipliers for Kisaki. I know I have it somewhere, the data. I put it... I may have shared it on Discord once before, I think. Danjo Hiritsu Famitsu Kisaki. Scroll this while checking that. Oh no, wait, it was a Korean article, was it? Was it? I remember seeing a Japanese article about it as well. But yeah, Kisaki's is 80.7 for EX skill. So it's really high. It's almost on the level of Himari actually. No, it is Himari levels. Except she buffs the EX skill damage instead of attack. Cost is the same. Heal and shield. Is it shield? No. No, it is shield. Yeah. So she has her normal skill is the same as New Year Fukas, and her EX skill is basically Himari, but EX skill only rather than attack. See how they are go Moltres crit. I do wonder, it feels like it could go really high depending on like how the numbers work together. Where was it? I know I saw the data somewhere a while back, but searching for it now is kind of tough. Although there's also data that says it's like 9-1 specifically in Japan only. Yeah, I'll probably have to search for that data since like I'm pretty sure I only had it like it was like someone at the office sent it to me, so I probably need to dig for that. I mean, Himari does attack buff? Yeah, exactly. Hence why they do stack. Boost numbers are about the same. Yeah. I think Himari was 80 as well, right? Like Kisaki's is about 80. Wasn't Himari 100? Was it 100? It might have been 100. I could have sworn it was 80, but I could be thinking of like someone else's thing. Yeah, I can't find the data. Yeah, 105. Ah, okay. My apologies, I was wrong then. The CP gen. Oh yeah, you can find it. No, but it wouldn't stack though. It's just that like the CP gen wouldn't stack. Like you can't put Himari with Kisaki and have it double stack. It's considered different. It's considered the same skill, right? So it's the same. It is, right? The only difference is I don't think you can do that. Yeah, so you would most likely replace Himari with her if anything. Like that is quite likely the way you're gonna use it instead, I feel like. You would replace Himari with her and use either New Year Fuka or Akko is the way it probably would happen. Unless you're going for a character that doesn't use like EX skill based damage, like the S Club, in which case you would maybe still use Himari. But for characters that most of their damage comes from this instead, I can see her being better than Himari. Akko Kisaki. Yeah, exactly that. So you don't really have to use Himari as much anymore. Unless you have like some fairly edge case. Like, Akko is still Akko with her fucking heal, so you'll probably use her. Kisaki basically has more... She provides more survivability for your party than Himari does. So it's like, yeah, overall she's probably pretty good. I'm gonna head to work now, enjoy the stream. Alright, Yori, take care on the way to work. And stay safe, yeah? Especially this late at night. Not sure if it's raining there, but it's raining fairly heavily here, so take care on the way to work. There goes my selected text. You'll be fine. I'm very out of it though. You'll be fine. Do I have a shield breaker? I would need a shield breaker actually. I don't have a single shield breaker? Not a single one. Really? Huh. Okay. Interesting. I'm entirely out of it though. Did you use it on Himari? Oh yeah, I used it on Himari at the time. But I mean, like, Kisaki comes out like what? 6 months away for you? It's like there's still a lot more time. Like you basically get like 1 year's worth of value out of the selector ticket. So like I feel like it's not that bad of an investment. This coming from the guy who completely forgot to purchase the selector ticket may not sound very convincing, but still. Who else had a gut break skill? No one, right? They could hit the back. I need a gut break skill. I need a skill that can break guard for the back. But I don't think anyone else has that. Like, it's a very shield breaker thing, isn't it? She doesn't have gut break. Like, what I think I need for this boss, the nuclear core, is just a gut break. If I have a gut break, I can gut break the guy in the back, and then like just like wail on them with like just like bleed skills. Maybe bleed isn't the best since like he is kind of immune, but I mean not immune, sorry, but he only acts once per turn, so it's not the most OP thing, but it would work fairly well still. I can house Harry, which is not bad. He can just like use this and just like bleed twice, so that's fine. I need to get him to like max tier to level 5 though. So like these two would probably be my DPS for the battle, then the healer and a tank. Yeah, okay, that sounds like a plan. Another gut break. I feel like there was, but I don't know if they hit the rank 4. That's the only other thing. There might be. Okay, I have this. I have that. I have 2 of that. That's a bit excessive. We still have not entered the stage yet, and 30 minutes have passed. Or I guess 20 minutes. I had a stomach ache before the stream, so like took a little longer than expected to get on, but attack hit both self 8% damage and in position 4. If not in position 4, okay, yeah, that's fine. Cannot coil bleed blight anymore. Target heal -6 +3. This isn't too bad. There's a heal and stress heal. I feel like both of those I kind of want, so we'll go for this. We'll bring a party that we kind of want to level. It's Cavern, so we could bring them. Bring maybe a proper healer as well? Do I have a healer? I don't have a healer. I don't have a healer? I actually don't have... Huh? Oh, thank god there actually is one. There might be another gut break, but I don't remember who it was on though, is the thing. I feel like there wasn't, because I feel like I could be wrong, like my memory of all of this is very bad, because like my memory of original DD is kind of fucked, because like I kind of stopped playing in the middle, and I played fairly early in the early access, so and like I've never really bothered to like catch up fully in that sense, so like the information is kind of mixed in my head, and like from what I remember, it's like Gut Break didn't used to exist prior to Shield Breaker, right? I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, but I could have sworn it didn't used to exist prior. And hello, Ocean Wave. Welcome, welcome on this day of days. I mean, if I'm wrong, feel free to let me know, but like, I could have sworn that was the case, and so like, there wouldn't have been another gut break, at least in vanilla. And in this, there might have been... Was there? No, I think it was given by a gear, right? Was it? No, it wasn't. Wait, no. I feel like you're right. I feel like someone has it. Who was it? Was it the Musketeer? No, Musketeer ignores it, right? Ah, Brick's Guard. There it is. The best skill in the game, Brick's Guard. Yes, of course. Cool. Okay. Okay, maybe best skill in the game is a bit of hyperbole, but like, you know, this skill is the one that Brick's Guard. Got it. Let's just throw the fucking thing, Brick's Guard for everyone. I guess, was Guard Break a debuff chance thing? Just embarking the others task of reinstalling Windows, and Asus said my monitor wasn't broke. Oh, I thought, let me check again. Is it time to get Linux instead? I say as I don't use it myself. Okay, so the Musketeer has it. Fantastic. That is very important information and good to know. I say as I don't even have a tier 5 Musketeer to use for that. I do 3 and depend on the Windows software to go to Linux. So I can't imagine it would be, Where was the... Wait, what stage was I trying to do? No, I wanted this, yeah. Yeah, it was this one. Minus max HP, bleed skill chance. Expect for games also. Yeah, that's true. Okay, let's feel like when it comes to games, it just purely in general is not very good. Like, it does feel like there's just so many games out there that still aren't optimized for Linux. Which on the one hand I do get, since like it's such a small base of people that use it. But at the same time, it does feel like the people who use Linux are probably all people who play games anyways. So it's kind of weird that they don't. Healing when eating. Minus healing received. Where was the this? Yeah, give her this. Give her this. Don't I have the worry stone or something? Yeah, give her this. So she can just sit at the back and be a passive waste, healing everyone else. Restoration gain. No. Also use so one thing like you can install all that on Linux. Wait, are those that much easier? I mean, that much more difficult to install on Linux, or is it just that like Linux just doesn't support most of it because like, you know, people just don't build it for Linux. Do I need this? I think I need that. Take this, one of this, definitely this. Feels a little excessive. Four. Like this? Hina and Kisaki have same height and birthday, huh? Wait, is it exactly the same? That's Snap, I guess. Snap? You mean Snap as on like the professor from Harry Potter? I think that's Snape. Yeah, I did the millennial thing. I made a Harry Potter reference when there didn't need to be one. Oh shit. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I promise I am. For real, for real. No cap. Did I give her the scout item in the end? No, I didn't. I kind of regret not giving her the scout item now, to be honest. But yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that so many games still aren't. But at least with the Steam Deck, it does feel like maybe we'll start to see over time more games that just run on Linux as well. Refrigerator coffin. Yes. I mean, it's just a refrigerator actually. Not so much a coffin, but yes. It is the best weapon. And I'll continue to use it forever. Look at that. See, she just pulls a drink out of it. What could be better? It's the best skin, and it even has anime waifus on it. It's just like the family refrigerators back in the day, except now you're putting your best goal on it instead. That could be me. That could be me. Wait. We can put the other one, since Snorlaxor's here. He can have his other waifu fridge. $7.28. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker! Look at that fridge. It even kind of matches her hair color as well. So clearly that makes it even better. Okay, wait. Stun this one because it has higher HP. 21-7. If I get it to 7 before the end of the... Finish the sounds for Ui recently. Is the Hier in it? If the Hier is not in the game, that's a 0 out of 10 from me. That's a joke, by the way. You don't actually have to put that in. More like... it sounds like the kind of thing that'll be really hard to put in, if anything. Healing his stress will be kind of hard, huh? Like, there really isn't a good way to do it. I just need the animation fixes and icons. Didn't you already get the animation fixes? Or did he, like, delay even more? I could have sworn I heard you mention before that you got the animation fixes from him in the end. Need more animation fix. Yeah, surely this time will be the last time, right? Now that's the true copium. Surely this will be the last time. You can stop anytime you want. Right, you don't have a problem. He has a problem. It's society's fault. God damn it, she's critting so much. I don't have any bodies to loot. There's some mods to be out. Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that they're taking as long as they are, though. Like, for real. Like, putting all the jokes aside, it's like, it kind of is quite unfortunate that they take that long with it. At this point, I'm just impressed that you have put up with them over the course of the year. I mean, like, probably isn't much else of a choice or alternative in the matter, but like, that takes truer. Not determination, I guess, but like, there's probably a word for it I'm just not thinking of. Mental fortitude is definitely not the word, but like there probably is a word for it. Patience. Patience was the word. Shit. I don't know how I actually forgot that word, but apparently I did. Item. Oh. Wow. It's another battle. If I had to ask most others, I would have to pay a lot to get everything. Get it out? Get what out? Like that? Should I do the thing? Get it out? Like, hey guys, today's stream is sponsored by honey. Yum yum, honey. It tastes really good and it's sakura flavored. Yum yum. Still on that shit. Oh yeah, it doesn't spoil. Right, it's sakura flavored honey. How could I not? It's so good. I don't have a problem, I swear. Right? I promise. I don't have a problem. I think. It's addicted, huh? No, it's not an addiction. I can stop whenever I want, alright? It's just that it's really good. And that there really isn't a reason for me to stop, clearly. Like, of all the things to experience in Shizuoka, I did not expect that to be the thing that would stick with me the most. No, I went into the mountains, saw like a cool like city in the mountains, saw the resort. And the thing that sticks in my brain the most is just like, oh, I got really good honey there. Freshly, saying freshly squeezed honey feels weird, but like, it's fresh from the mountains of Shizuoka. I wonder if I can find it. If I just like Googled it. Does it come from bees? Yeah, I mean like the bees are raised in the mountains of like, I guess not specifically in the mountains. It's more just that like Shizuoka is a very mountainous like prefecture. And like it was basically like from a bee farm in Shizuoka. You know, so basically you could think of it as like the bees went on their training arc in the mountains to make like better like honey, I guess. And we get to enjoy the fruits of their labor. No one is diseased, right? God damn it. Okay, you go in front. And this one. Okay, no one is diseased. Cool. But putting that aside, click her, click this, click this. Yum, yeah. God damn it. I need to toss something, huh? Yeah, I can toss this. It'll probably be useful. No, we toss the shovel. What are the odds that I'll use up all my food? The key? The torch? I shouldn't toss the torch. The bandage might be useful still. Yeah, it's one shovel. We can afford to toss one shovel. Oh, come on. I don't think we'll use the key for anything, right? There are things that can use the key, but it's the more like... Christ. It's the more general stuff that uses the key, I think. So what, it sucks to toss the key. No, I guess maybe I should have tossed the cleansing salt instead. Maybe that would have been more worth it. It's tough. It's been a while since we last did this, and as it is, I'm already not the most optimized professional player. So this makes it even more awkward trying to do this. Also, in spite of the fact that it's 21 degrees outside, and I actually do get really cold when I'm outside now. It's like when I'm indoors, it's like, it's so fucking hot. Like, what the fuck is going on? It's so fucking warm indoors. Like, I feel like the PC really, like, heats up my room a little too much. Like, it's great in the winter and all, but, like, the fact that, like, right now, in the middle of, like, fucking 21-degree temperatures, it still feels a little, like, warm. Makes it feel like, this ain't it, chief. Okay, yeah, we want that just in case. To get my car easy topped out since I couldn't keep up with the heat. Don't remind me. Like, ACs. Like, I have to, like, deal with mine eventually as well. And that's just a firm reminder of that. How often do you need to top it up, though? Like, I actually do not know how often a car needs the AC to typically be, like, topped up in order to, like, do the car things with the AC proper. First time in 4 years. I mean, the first in 4 years. That's not too bad. I mean, first in 4 years really just doesn't sound too bad overall. Uh-oh. Staggering force. Like, I don't know how often, I don't know if, like, once in 4 years is a lot or a little, but, like, it doesn't sound like a lot at least. So at least it sounds like the car is, fine-ish, maybe? Which reminds me that, though it does remind me that I actually do need to eventually, like, get my air conditioner maintained as well, since, like, I don't think I've had, like, an air conditioner repair person enter this house in the past since I moved in. So, like, yeah, I probably want them to, yeah, get that shit clean. Yeah, I probably should. Maybe, like, the reason why I feel like my brain might be damaged is just because of the air condition, right? There's like weird black moss in there that's like making my brain all funny. And maybe that's what made me decide that like, yeah, like streaming and YouTube, that's what I want to do now to some extent. You know, that's clearly gonna be a hobby that's not gonna like come back and bite me at some point. But it's just the black moss in my air conditioner whispering to me. The repairman stay at your collection. Yeah, that's the issue. Like I eventually need to like hack the stuff so that like they can actually do the repairs. Cause like, the air conditioner is like right above me, so like it's right above like all of the shelves over there, which means that I need to like probably like clear some of this so that they can do their work. Because like in front of me here is the desk. Right, like in front of me is the desk. So there's only like space like this. Like this much space for them to like set up everything. And this much space also means that my chair occupies like most of it. So like there's gonna be a fair bit of like normal looking room. Yeah, imagine the amount of packing I'd have to do though. The amount of packing. Just the thought of it makes me shudder a little. Like, oh no, I'm gonna have to pack. I think during that time though. I mean, I can just move it like below the desk or something, I guess. I could put it all into a box and put it on my bed until they're done, since like it should be done within the day, I assume. So if it's like the kind of thing that can be done within a day, then like it's not too bad. I kind of want amber. Like yeah, that might be the only place I can really put it. Like I do have a bunch of cardboard boxes lying around the house anyway. So like using a cardboard box in and of itself is not too bad. You know, because I have both the cardboard box that I use to send you guys stuff. Though I guess I don't use the boxes that often for like the stuff I sent out. Like the giveaways are typically like I just send an envelope instead. And like where the normal envelope is not enough, I just use a bigger envelope, or I use the priority shipping like packaging. So like I just have a bunch of boxes lying around that I rarely use. Like I actually like let me go and grab it and show you. Like I have an entire set of like I have an entire set of like this specific type of like elongated box. Right? Like it's the this type of long box. Does it even show on screen? Yeah, like the long box. That like this is the exact size to get it shipped through the cheaper shipping bracket, because like there's a maximum length that your box can have when you send stuff out. And I have that. But like there's almost like zero reason for me to use it. Like the one time I have used it, well, I guess the only times I've used it is when like specifically I have a poster or like one of the like shopping bags. Then I'll just roll it up and put it in instead. Like those are the only times where I can like where I actually need to use this, because like every other situation it's easier for me to just use an envelope instead, or like a proper box. Ship it to yourself, get half the stuff. Ship it to myself. Imagine just paying them shipping to send it to myself. Like they'll look at the envelope and be like, okay, so the sender is this guy and the receiver is also him. Great. Yeah, that totally makes sense. No, I'll go to the post office that's like just down the road, right, and do it. So they'll receive a package and be like, okay, we need to send it to the place 10 minutes away from us, and it's from the guy who lives in the home. Yeah, the only issue is like packing all of that up. I have a big box, though, that all of it can fit into. Since I do have a bunch of big boxes that were just too big for me to want to use for shipping. So like for those specifically, I can use that. But yeah, the only issue is getting out the box and actually packing the house. Which I should do at some point. But like, packing is like such a pain. Why pack when I can just live in the mess, right? It's like, if you think about it, it might seem messy, yes, but everything is technically where I need it to be, right? So clearly it's not that bad. Like, at least I know where everything is. I think. Yeah, I do, kinda. Yeah, I kinda know where everything I need is. As long as I don't move it. Actually, no, maybe I should heal him instead of, like, giving him protect. And they take 2 actions per turn, so this is actually good. Bro, that fucking earbuster, god fucking damn it. 13? Horror? I need to get rid of him ASAP. He might actually be more annoying than a troglodyte hunting pack, to be honest. Just because of his, like, stress skill. Bottom 3. Is he dead? Okay, he's dead. Good. Good. Stay that way. 21. God damn it. What's that do? He is dead, right? 21, 3. That's 19. Yeah, that's enough. This is 1 ton, so either way I need to hit them. So if I do this and they attack, they just kill themselves, and I can ignore them. Actually, maybe I should have healed her to get rid of the stress, huh? Oh, I mean the horror. There we go. There we go. There we go. But yeah, the other big issue is more just like actually finding a good timing to like call the repairman as well. Because like calling them would mean that like I need to set aside some time for where they can actually come over and inspect shit. But at the same time where I'd be completely fine with them like digging through the house while like I'm sitting here able to watch them. So I need to act, so essentially I need to stay at home to be able to watch to make sure they don't like do anything like jack my shit or something, right? Use this, give this. Yeah, okay. While also not basically because of the fact that there's so little space, it also means that have to be a period where I can't use my PC. And like I have no plans, so it would have to be that like I would have to do it like probably on the weekend, maybe in the afternoon or something when they can come. which might get in the way of like a stream at some point, which is like a pain. Like just the thought of like shit, I can't do stuff I want to do on the weekend. Just feels bad, even though it probably shouldn't. This heals. No, this doesn't heal stress. Yeah, okay. Use the bandage then. Oh, we need the money. We kind of want this. I kind of want the ember, but I don't know what to toss in exchange for the ember. Like, I don't really need the moon ring, but it's nice to have around. There's still 2/3 of the stage left, of the dungeon left, so I guess we can toss this. It's 4. The next one, there is value in saving the archaeology kit. Right? Oh, I don't have the thing that heals anymore. Right, I tossed the salt. Gonna potentially leaving me feeling a little salty, but that's fine. Oh, now I feel kind of salty. Okay, what the fuck is he doing here? Why are they coming together? The fucking cultivator and the sandworm? Bruh. What in the actual fuck? I don't like this. I don't like this combination. Another one indeed. Holy shit. We're just doing a bit of trolling. That's a phallic monster, right? Like monster PP. Hey. We ain't into those kind of kinks over here, I think. Although it does really look like 1 yes. It even goes into a hole. You know, I guess you could say this is like the perfect like symbol of the game, like dicking around. Hahaha. Shit. Ah, his stealth, right. Fuck. I can't hit him. He's in the back. Fuck. It's not enough. It's not enough. He's gonna toss the stress skill at her, right? Probably. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, good. That buys me one. Oh, it buys me 1 ton. Which is probably not enough since he has 24 HP, 13. This bleeds for 11, so it takes 2 tons still. Unless he moves forward, which is not gonna happen, I feel like. And he misses. And he misses. Okay. Yep. He's going for it. Yep. Okay. Great. Yep. Okay. Now he's gone for sure. Yeah, she's gonna get stressed, huh? 14, and then they'll bleed for 14 twice more? Yeah, they will die next turn after hitting twice. And then we need to find a way to like get past the rest of them as well. And then she's gonna stress. Faithless. Oh, she's faithless as well, huh? Selfish. Oh gosh. I mean, selfish is probably not too bad, right? Like, comparatively. Like, I don't think it's the very problematic act out, at least. Although I could just be remembering this wrongly. But I feel like of all the act outs that existed, it's probably one of the less bad ones because she's the healer. Okay, then just one more hit. Just one more hit. And they're dead. Okay. Like, I don't think she's gonna reject me using, like, not heal skills, I guess, but she's not gonna reject me using, like, yeah, like, friendly heals on her, right? Like, it's not like the muzzle and all of that, where they actually, like, get all, like, up in arms with, like, no, I don't want to be healed, I want to suffer, or something. This one actually works fairly okay-ish. Right? Okay, yeah. 5? Then do that. Rearrange everyone. Yeah, we won't get her to 0, that much is for certain, but at least we can get her to, like, a not completely garbage number. Curio, room battle. I don't have the thing needed for this, huh? I think that was assault as well. I don't have the thing needed for this either. Right? Yeah, I don't think I do. It's a vendor, curio. I could go back this way. And just, like, wheel around this thing. As long as we don't touch it all as well. Because this is fine, but we need the battle.
Secure it and march on.
30. Oh, it's already at 30. Yeah, we don't need the bandage. Or this many bandages, I guess. Let me go here. And we go here and fight this battle. And hope that we're near the end, right? Because we just need 90% of room battles. Which may mean that we're not that far off. Though on a completely unrelated note, you know, it's kind of nice to be finally out of the stupid fucking ideation phase at work again. Like, I feel like they've been stuck in that for so long that, like, I just felt like my work was not progressing at all. So it's kind of nice to be out of that because we're just back to level design finally. It only took like, I think like almost a year at this point, but we're finally back. We're finally doing work again. I guess not that long, maybe like a few months. Just a few months, I guess, since they like got stuck and hired like a bunch of people to like try to get them back on track. You know, after spending a bunch of months doing a bunch of things that were basically not game design, we're finally back to doing game design, so that's nice. Like in the last month or so, I think like I just spent so much of my time just like helping the guy to still keep in touch with the first one that actually made sense. What you mean for me? The first external guy they got. Yeah. Thankfully so. Thankfully they are willing to listen. Though I feel like part of the reason why they are willing to listen is just that like they have just like given up so hard now that they like don't know what to do. So they're just like, yeah, okay. We'll just let the guy cook. Like it's not like we have a better like idea of what we're doing anyways. Oh fuck, I clicked on the wrong person. I mean the wrong enemy. I feel like that's the mindset in the team. Because like the team is like so fresh and unused to like game dev. So the company is still standing, not gonna lie. SMI. SMI. Since like they're just surviving off the money of their past successors, I guess. It's more the thing. Because they had like just one fairly decent success. And they're basically just surviving off the money of that one decent success till now. Hoping that like they can eventually replicate it. Well, I guess not replicate, but they want to do something different. Would be the better word to put it, which is why they're trying to do so many different things. But like, yeah. It was tough when like such a big part of the team is just like writers, which is not like being a writer is a bad thing, but like trying to like create a dev team of like writers who don't like dev is kind of tough. Have you seen the news about Red Hook? No, what did they commit like text fraud or something? Or are they releasing like Darkest Dungeons 3 now? What is it? Is it on like the Darkest Dungeons like announcements? There's a leper plushie. They got acquired by Behavior Interactive. Isn't like Behavior Interactive also a indie game developer studio? Or are they not? No, they're not anymore. They used to be one, not anymore, right? That's the Dead by Daylight studio? Oh, yeah, you did mention it. They shut down a different studio they acquired. Bro, what the fuck? That does not bolt very well, does it? Yeah, I guess DD2 really didn't do too well for them, huh? If they're willing to like sell. I mean, it's probably that, right? Like, just that like DD2 didn't do too well, potentially. Like, how much did it sell? either that or they realize that their goal of like trying to expand out of DD will be very hard if they stay in Red Hook or something. Or if they stay as Red Hook in that sense. I don't know. How much did it get? 15k reviews as compared to DD1's 140k. So if we go by the 121k, sorry, 15k as compared to 121k. If we go by the standard metrics that people use, it's like typically reviews you would assume is somewhere between like 10% to like, what's it again? Like, no, it's like reviews tend to be like somewhere between like 30. I forgot what was the rule of thumb. They tend to be somewhere between like 10 to 30% of your overall player base, thereabout. So if we take the nicest number and we say it's 10%, that means that we're talking about the potential difference of like a million people buying the game on like Steam as compared to 150k, which 150k is not a bad number, but it certainly, depending on the amount of time and money they've invested into developing the game, it may not be enough, especially once you factor in like the cut that Steam takes as well. DD1 sold 8 million. Yeah. I'm just estimating like based off of the reviews on Steam alone. Like I'm not including like all of the different consoles and all of the other copies that sold potentially like that, like people may not have like reviewed the game over. Like even at minimum, that's like a million plus copies on just Steam alone. No, it could be even more than that. No, wait, was it 10 to 30? No, it could have been even like smaller. I forgot what's the rule of thumb. It's been a while. No, sorry, it's 30 to 100 times. That was it. It's 30 to 100 times of the reviews. Which is a very big range, but typically it's somewhere around there. So yeah, 8 million was within the ballpark. Didn't hear it from RH because the game didn't do well. I mean, yeah. Compared to DD1, it definitely did not. Because if we assume the same ratio, right, and we try to estimate from there, like 8 million versus 100 to 1500 reviews. That's like 65 purchases for every one review. If we multiply this by like, what was DD2 sales? And we assume like the same level of interaction by the player base. 1600. That would still be around a million if we assume the same level of interactivity. So it's not too bad. Right, because it's not a tenth, it's slightly higher than a tenth. No, wait, no, then the numbers don't make sense. Because if it's a tenth, it will go from 8 million to 800k. Did I multiply it right? Yeah, 8 million divided by 12150. But like 16k is 16k divided by 12150. It's about 13%. Yeah. So around there. Like, Yeah, it's about 1 million. All that is despite the fact they had Epic's money from a year of exclusivity. I wonder how much money they actually got. How much did they ever mention how much they got from Epic? Because I can't imagine that the game performed very like financially well on the Epic Store itself. Like my impression is more that like they probably got a lot of money from Epic, yes, but like that comes at the expense of like there having been like lower sales on the Epic Store. How many reviews did they get there? Can we even see that? 1978. Fuck, just let me view the thing. How many reviews are there? Are there even reviews? Can you even review on the Epic Store? Doesn't show the number of reviews, huh? Wait, does it not? Can I not see the number of reviewers on the Epic Store? I don't see that number anywhere. That makes it hard to tell, huh? But okay. Yeah, you can like rate a game like 5 stars, but like I don't see a place that shows like, you know how Steam you can see the number of reviews the game gets. Like I don't see that on the Epic Store. So you can technically leave like a 5-star rating, but I don't know if you can leave like a actual like text review. I don't know, man. Like I don't use the Epic Store in general. Like nowadays, it's like even when they give out a free game, I really just don't have any incentive to use it. But yeah, like how long was the But yeah, like I'm trying to think like if we assume equal metrics, right? That means DD2 would probably still have sold like about 1 million copies, which is still a fairly respectably high number. It's just that like, you know, considering that they went through all the effort to remake the game in like 3D, the number of years the game spent in like development, maybe they didn't manage to earn back all of that. Like I'm trying to think, but I really just can't think of like it having been like that unprofitable of a venture for them. Like I don't know, like I feel like if it were me, like the reason why I would do it would not have been due to the fact that the game wasn't earning enough, but it would have been more due to the disappointment that like DD2 couldn't have been the very different thing that they initially envisioned it being. And like they kind of realized that their initial plan of like we want to use DD as a brand from which to expand out into making other types of games, like that ideal probably didn't pan out as well as they thought it would. And so they decided to just sell the company, and we don't know like who in the and just like move on with it perhaps. I can't imagine that being the reason, but poor performance is hard to say without knowing like how much they invested into like making the title, I guess, since like 1 million copies at like what 4,500 yen is quite a respectable amount for an indie company, to be honest. I mean, an indie studio, I guess, but like, yeah. It's a fairly respectable amount. Like, it's really good. Like, I don't think most indie studios will get to that amount ever. So, like, it's tough seeing that as like, yeah, it didn't earn enough, therefore they did it. It's more people. Yeah, it's for sure it's more people, but at the same time, it's like, is it that much more to the point that like, okay, wait, how much is like, how much would this be in dollars actually? Okay, so if we take this amount multiplied by 44.5k yen, then we divide this by like 150 because the yen is shit. That's like, that's still like $31 million though. Yeah, I mean, it really might be the case that like the difference in competencies actually basically like balloon the cost since like 3D models and all that. But the game is more streamlined as well. So like you don't really have that many actions that the 3D models need to take either. And the cast is fairly limited. No, I guess there are a lot of enemy varieties as well. And the enemies all have like attack animation variants as well. So that still is like a fair amount of cost that goes into it. And it takes months for even small updates. Yeah, but is that just inefficiency as well? Or is it because they were trying to like figure out what direction to take the game in? And that like caused them to slow down as well? Because like there was a lot of talk, especially when the game first released, right? Where like they tried to make it different from DD, and then like they kind of half-assed that, and people were unhappy, and then they tried to make it more and more like DD. I feel like there was probably like a fair bit of like trying to find the direction they wanted to take the title into mixed and all of that somewhere. And that could have potentially like been part of why the development may have slowed down a little. And that may have caused the cost to then also balloon. I mean, in the end, all of this is just speculation, so it doesn't really matter, but like, just thinking about it is kind of interesting, I guess. In a different game. Yeah, that's the thing. I remember a lot of that. And I feel like a lot of that may have then contributed to why the game took so long to release. Or, I mean, not so long to release, but why updates were slow. And then that, like, resultantly also resulted in, like, development costs going up as they tried to, like, recenter the team, I guess. How have we not fought 90% of room battles? I don't understand. Christ. The whole upcoming game mode is basically DD1. It's that similar, huh? I mean, it kind of is. Like, they really did, like, get very close to DD1 with that mode, that much is for sure. I saw a bit about it, and it's like, you kind of have, like, to build, like, a funny, like, kingdom and all of that, right? And all, something happening. Yeah, conceptually, it did seem quite similar as well. Mm. When there's not to be a pit, this kind of like Kingdoms update. Oh, wonder what they're gonna do for it. Kill him. Like a paid DLC. Is it a character DLC? But the Crusader is already out, right? Or am I like, or is the timeline just overlapping? This update is the same name as the one he was added into DD1. Ooh. We have a new region as well. Yeah, but no one's gonna play the new region if it's not in the new mode, right? At this point. As mean as it is to say that. Like, I feel like with the way DD2 was designed, at least the base game was designed, it's like, adding new regions later on, it's like, it doesn't have the same level of kick as that concept would have had in DD1. Just because, like, oh yeah, you know, once you're done with the bosses, you don't really have very much of a reason to, like, replay the game very much. I can't hit them. So, like, the addition of the new region doesn't feel like it adds that much more of a reason to replay the game unless you already enjoy the base gameplay loop enough to loop the game. Like, I feel like the issue of, like, DD2 is just more that, like, it lacks the... It lacks the randomization that is required for a roguelike or roguelite. Yeah, I guess they're going for more for a roguelike. No, but it's still more roguelite. But yeah, whatever. They're going in that... They're trying to make that type of game even more so than the first game was. But at the same time, it's like... The title feels like it lacks the randomization that is needed for the game's replayability to be interesting. Like, the fact that character and character skills are fixed and all they're really randomizing is the gear that you get along the way kind of means that, like, especially since the gear isn't all that, like, game breaking, it's like there isn't very much like a reason to or an incentive to replay the game. Right? Like, what when we talk about something like Cobalt Core, for example, that's also a game where the starting party is fixed. But what makes that work more than DD2 is that the randomization plays a much bigger impact on the gameplay loop itself, right? Like, a single loop of the game, of DD2, if you're playing the same boss over and over again, how much of an impact does the gear actually have? I mean, it helps out. It does help, but it does feel like typically it's just that the characters themselves are, especially if you've played the game quite a few times and you've upgraded everything, it's like the characters themselves are strong enough to be able to carry like a fair bit of the loop. Right, like you talk about like the Flagellant, for example. Maybe they're a bit of an extreme example since they are like actually game breaking at the time, but like the fact that the character is already so game breaking as a fixed like variable in the game means that like the idea of replayability is kind of limited, right? Because you can just have this character you really like there over and over again, and it basically makes the gameplay fairly similar. Whereas with something like Cobalt Core, it's like it's the cards you draw along the way for the characters that makes the game. Yeah, like when you pick a party with DD2, you already know, like it's like you said, you already know the run. But the thing with Cobalt Core is that, like, yeah, I kind of have an idea of the direction the run will go in, but in the end, what makes the party broken is not the character as they are at the start of the run, but the combination of cards of the 3 characters in my party that makes it broken. And that's what made Cobalt Core like more replayable. And I guess in a way it's also what makes like fast FTL, right? Faster than light, more replayable. Which is that more so than the starting party. Like the starting party sets the direction, but everything that you get along the way basically makes what you get at the base broken. But with DD2, it feels like the base is broken. And in part, like parts of that feel like it's kind of like the holdout from DD1 as well, where in like DD1 is like you kind of could get away with it more because like the members were fragile, and you know the permadeath was a thing, and like fighting new enemies, new bosses for the first time kind of could like put you on the back pedal, especially the first few times you're playing the game. Right, like you actually lose something of like a fair amount of value. Like the stakes are actually high. Especially when you're doing like the last dungeons in the game, the darkest ones. Oh hey, it's the anal beads. What do you know? You spend 6 hours just for a game to toss your body in the trash. Yeah, that as well, actually, now that you mention it. It's like the single runs are kinda long for the type of game it is as well. How are we not done with the 90% of room battles? How? It's like, god damn it. Like a single campaign of that is like fairly long, I guess, for a roguelike game, and it's just like you just lose. Now I guess you do get to keep the characters, right? If the character survives. You technically preserve the character with their traits. Just that all of your gear is tossed away. So like your build is kinda gone. Your party is like, I guess you kinda keep it. But if you lose a run anywhere, you basically lose all of your progress with the character, so that kinda sucks. Actually no, it feels like it's even worse. Because like if you actually you don't really get the same level of attachment to the characters in that sense, because like if you give up a run midway, you lose the character as well, right? So it's kind of not the same as like DD1, where like if you get attached to the character, you can be like, ah, yeah, you know, I kind of really don't want them to die. Let me pull back and like take the defeat on this run so that Timothy McSwanson doesn't die in this dungeon. Like there's that level of like attachment that you can build with the characters as well, because of the fact that like losing the characters is a lot. I hesitate to say it's a lot harder, but like it technically is a lot harder to lose a character if you are playing cautiously in DD1. The Baristan dies, there'll be another Baristan waiting for you. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. But like his traits are just like slightly different. All different people. Yeah, I mean like it's the accumulation of traits over a long period of time that makes them all like quirkily different in their own way. Like there's that little bit of difference there as well. Ooh, death. I wonder what happened. It would be interesting to have been able to like sit in, like just be a fly on the wall in the meeting they had when designing DD2. and getting to potentially hear about like what could have potentially caused it to like go in the direction that it did. Ooh, that's not good at all. Okay, that gets them in range. I'm not sure if I wanted to. I mean, I do, at least. Like, I'm actually just genuinely curious. Like, I guess that's maybe the difference. Like, for me, it's just like, I want to see what was the thought process. Like, is it very different from what people would consider, like, you know, like, design theory, especially for, like, what I would assume is a fairly, like, big team at a time. Like, I can't imagine the possibility that, like, you know, maybe with the first game, they may have, like, thrown a lot of design theory to the wind. And it kind of worked out because of the fact that it's a fairly fresh team. And, like, it being a fresh team, everyone kind of can end up. I mean, they gathered together to produce the game. So the initial people who set up the first game probably shared enough of a vision that they could create a cohesive game off of what they wanted to do. But perhaps when it came to the second game, it's like the team was bigger, maybe more people were involved in the decision-making process. And then, like, as a result of that, like, potentially, like, there wasn't as solid of a vision, and the ways that they went about trying to, like, set the goals for the project weren't very solid either, and so, like, this ended up happening instead. Like, I'm curious if that was the case, in a way. Because when you listen to, I mean, maybe nowadays people don't talk about it as much, but like back in the day when you talk about like game design, people would talk about things like your game pillars, like trying to set up the gameplay, trying to figure out the gameplay loop before you get into prototyping. And I'm like, I do wonder like how much of that was actually done prior to them like going to the project, or like how they went about doing it that resulted in the game coming out the way it did. And then them being willing or so willing to then backpedal it when they realized that like fan perceptions weren't at this level. Because I feel like if they had a very clear vision, they could have just from that point onwards just continued to push in that direction instead. Right? Because if they have a very clear idea of what they want to make, and the complaints that people have had at the time were like, this is not DD1, then like it would have been something that should not have affected them because their goal was to not make DD1. You know? I don't know. There's a lot going into it. I'm just genuinely curious like what the process of all of that was that made it end up the way it did. Like, in a way, you could even call it a morbid curiosity at this point, but, like, there's a part of me that is genuinely curious. Thank God, okay. Return? Yeah, let's return. She's very close to a heart attack. I don't want to take the risk. Hallucinations, ritualists. Oh, I hate that so much. I hate coming back to town and then getting the disease. Disgusting. Where's the sick person? There you are. I read the word garners boons for spilt blood, and I just like the word garners and boons somehow in my brain became the word gooners from spilt blood, and I was like, what the fuck is this all about? And then I realized that no, my brain is just having issues. Okay, let's get rid of compulsive though. That's it. Like, we definitely don't want that. Fair player was if stunned. Damage minus versus stunned. That's not that bad, I feel like. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe it's all the time spent playing console games as well. But like, it all like I got really interested in just like the whole idea of just like in general seeing the like the thought process of like developers, and like what makes them think that, or like, yeah, like I guess what makes them think the way they do when they like go through the thought process of making the title. No, it's kind of like what gave Ubisoft the confidence to call like Skulls and Bones a quadruple A game. Like they have to have known like how badly things were going on in the background, because they fired all of the top management and replaced all of them. Right? They knew that like half the game was coded by interns. Like they knew all of that was happening behind the scenes. All the scandals that happened. And in spite of all of that, they were like, yeah, we're gonna call this a quadruple A game, in spite of the fact that like we know that things were going to shit in the project and had been stuck in death hell for multiple years. Like, I feel like there's definitely a thought process. It's just that it probably was not the most well thought out one in that sense. Like, with DD2 as well, it's like, there probably was a thought process, but it may not have been fleshed out enough. Like, whatever they were thinking of when they designed the thing, perhaps. Because, like, the speed at which they backpedaled, like, it kind of implies to some extent a lack of, like, a very clear and solid vision. Or maybe it was like some level of like, I don't know if like Epic would have intervened in the project and like to some extent pressured them to do the thing, since Epic was just the publisher, but they did give them a lot of money. And so like if they showed the project to like somebody in like Epic and they said like, oh, this isn't very like DD1, and someone in the team like just like that weight on them, especially if the money that Epic was giving them, even if it was just like an offhand remark, and the game ended up the way it did, it's very possible as well. I mean, that's basically what caused my previous director to quit as well, right? It's like people outside the company that he pitched the project to, what they gave him feedback, and he was like, oh, shit, okay, so that's what they want. And then he gets demoralized, and then like stuff like that happens. You know? Like, is it the right process? Like, is it the right thought process to go through in such a situation? Probably not. But depending on the experience of the people in the team, that might be the first thing that they just naturally gravitate towards, right? Like, after having gone through like repeated rounds of failure, like pitching projects, now having this like external parties that you're trying to pitch it to tell you like this doesn't work, it weighed on their minds even more than it should have, and caused even more chaos in the project than it should have. Yeah, it's just like there's that level of morbid curiosity that I have with all of this as a result. That said, she is still KO'd. That's good to know. There is no shield breaker. That's it. We did get a fair amount of money out of that, and we did get quite a lot of lost tech out of that, so we can actually like probably get some stuff now. Wait, before I do that, do I have all of the necessary research done? Like I would want to keep this. This uses this, which I do not have as is. So I want to keep this. Amber and the Matak I can kind of just use freely. I mean, using it for relic stacking isn't that bad, to be honest, since it's like, it's a long-term investment, right? Counting station, like this I kind of do want as well. Gold and Derek. Gem and malign vestige. 3 to 6 torches. This is not bad as well, actually. Anti-venom heals. There we go for 25k. Oof. I don't know what to get for the other one though. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that I want to get. Like, I kind of want the free torches and the scouting bonus. The scouting bonus is kind of nice. But the gem and the gold derricks, kind of nice as well. Relic stacking, but I want to save this. But I feel like saving this is not that important, right? Because I can just make back what I use through the additional 25%. Right, if I spend this now on every stage here on forwards, I get 25% more. I'll get back to 160. I mean, like, whatever number I need a lot quicker. Though that said, now I'm broke. It's fine, we'll find a way to make money. It's fine, we'll find a way to make the money back. You just gotta win it big, you know, and just get lucky that one time. And all will be well. $10k. 10k, 10k, 10k. 10k. We could do a lower difficulty run or a quick run that with like a antiquarian or something. Maybe not now, but at some point. Right, we have the antiquarian. We can like, we have a lower difficulty antiquarian. We can go into a dungeon where we don't need very much resource. And grind up from there. Now, probably take less time the next time around. So that is probably fine. The fact that we don't have another shield breaker is probably what's getting to me more, if anything. Thankfully, there's nothing here. And I genuinely do hope that at some point gathering this gives me some level of an Exodia. That needs to be a thing in the future. Right, like if I bring all the parts with me to a dungeon, it just turns into a boss in and of itself. Like, that will be fun. maybe terrifying for people who do it on accident, but like I feel like it'd be kind of fun. You gather all of the pieces, you go to a specific dungeon, you trigger a boss, and you have to fight a boss battle where you have like minimal gear. Right, because if it's like head, body, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 pieces. And all 6 pieces can be somehow eliminated. Was that 6? I think that was only 5, right? I mean 4. It's only 4. I don't think there were leg pieces for this. It's just like the 2 arms, the torso, and the head, right? When you bring all the pieces with you to the dungeon and it despawns the 4 and tosses a boss at you. And you have to basically fight the battle with like just the remainder of your gear. As silly as that is, I mean, that would be a funny way to be able to use that piece of gear. I feel like people might get really pissed with that, but like I feel I would enjoy it. Maybe. I say that now, but the boss is, if that ever actually becomes a boss, I'll probably be complaining about it when I actually do go up and get wrecked by them. Well, if only anything like that was possible with DD. Wait, is it not? Is it not possible to do something like the torch in the Shambler, but instead of like put a torch in, you have to put all 4 pieces of gear into like the individual slots or something? Is it not? I guess not, huh? Like I don't think I've ever seen like one of those, but like you need like 4 different slots or something. Or where you have 4 slots instead of the 1. What if it consumes 1 part each time? And you basically need to, like, when you put in the first part, it triggers a dialog box again that lets you put in the second piece. And when you put in all 4 pieces, then it triggers the boss. Or is that also not possible? Still no. It's that restrictive, huh? Oh, that's unfortunate. It would have been cool. Otherwise, like to have something that could actually, if there was actually a way to do that. Like, that's unfortunate. It's a fun game to mod. I mean, it could be worse. You know, at least it's not a Nintendo game. You know, you don't have a lawsuit thrown at you for modding the game. There's not much of a bright side, but still. I'm just like going through it in my head. Like, how cool would it be? Like, you just put the parts on, then like you just see in the background like there's just like a weird stand, and then like you basically prop the parts onto the onto the thing, and then like it triggers the boss, and the boss battle starts. Like, oh, that would have been cool. But yeah, I guess that wouldn't really be possible, huh? Yeah, like I get that it's not possible, but it's like, yeah, it would have been fun. Do I still have the T? No, oh yeah, I took out the T-posing leper, right? True purpose. Forgot what these meant. Like green is like, no, blue is probably like level 4, I guess. Like, this corresponds to this. I could have sworn that I lost someone pretty like a master. Master is this, right? No, this champion. I could have sworn that I lost a champion somewhere along the way, but I guess I only lost a master, huh? Oh yeah, these two were against the titty cannon over here. So that's why. Yeah, I have not done the matriarch yet. So like I haven't really fought a boss that would cause me to lose champion level people yet. I say yet, but like that may very well come at some point. But yeah, I guess we'll figure that out the next time, since it do be getting late and work has been getting a lot busier. So I'm gonna go get some rest now. Plus, I did have a little bit of a stomach ache just before the stream, which is why it was delayed this time. It wasn't me being late from back from work today. It was just more me having a stomach ache as well. So I probably should go and get some rest. I just need to get to verifying the documents. Yeah, take your time. When you're done, you can just release it in whatever way you see fit. I guess I still need to go and get the transcripts for it in Japanese as well. Yeah, I need to stop being lazy with that. What's the plan for tomorrow? Tomorrow we play fuck, I forgot the name of the game. Witching Stone? Tomorrow we just play Witching Stone and chill. I want a bit of a break before we go on to like doing the was it Himari? Like I'm gonna do the Himari one for Infinite at some point. But like I kind of want to take a break for a week or two before we get into it. So we'll chill for now, since like I think last week we just finished the OE 15-minute alarm, right? So like yeah, we'll take a break for like a week or two before we get back into like translating those. That's the plan. And so like 3 people streaming it. That's quite unfortunate. I would have thought there would have been more people that would, since the game is like kind of cool. 2 of them were in Japanese. I can see that. Like graphically, the game looks like it would speak more to like Japanese boomers or something. Like it's a very like Slayers era art style. So I can imagine that like more so than like the overseas audience, it'll be more like the Japanese audience that might play it. You really get promotion or anything like that. Yeah, I feel like it's just more like a happy coincidence of the art style just gelling more. I haven't hit 50 reviews yet. Oh yeah, it has not, huh? That's it. I'll give it a thumbs up. Oh wait, no, I need to put in a review as well, huh? Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that the game does not have like even 50 reviews yet. Although it does seem like it's only at positive. Were people that unhappy with it? Like I feel like I see mostly just positive reviews except for one. The falls are on a fundamental level, the game is fun. However, the demo and the full version are different. The falls I encountered in the demo were fun to fight, while those in the full version are exhausting. Were they that different? I guess maybe in the second and third area, but it wasn't that bad either. I feel like I don't see the cannon fodder and heal being that bad. Maybe as more stuff unlocks, it gets worse. But like, I cleared the first 3 acts and I didn't feel like it was that bad, to be honest. Like, I feel like maybe it's because of the gear I got while playing the cat go, but like, because it was this funny thing of like getting the stuff that basically it was this weird mixture of stuff that actually made her feel very much more broken. It gets harder in Act 2 plus. Whatever goes. Yeah, I guess it's more the difficulty spike in that case that people are just not accustomed to. Like in a way, it kind of works as a 3-act like roguelike game, I guess, where like there's just that difficulty spike. But I guess I can see it being very frustrating because like you play the demo, you play Act 1, you kind of have a perception of the game's difficulty being here. And then you go to Act 2 and the game's difficulty is like here. And because the game has only 3 acts, you kind of only clear the first third of the game and you just feel bad because you can't break past the first act to clearing the second act for a while. I can see like people getting pissed with that because like it's there's just that general impression of like, oh yeah, I'm playing a game that's like this and it's over here instead. I don't know, maybe it's just that. Because like maybe more acts would have helped in a sense to like make the curve more gradual. Right, because if it's like this and then just goes like this, then like people are probably gonna get, then it might be frustrating for people who saw the game go like this and they're like, yeah, this is what I want, and then it just like spikes up instead. Maybe like making it 5x instead and having like, as in like from the start of the game having it be 5x instead of 3x at the start, and having the scaling be a bit more gradual might have made people less. I mean, at least it will make the negative reviews complain less, perhaps. Because it will give the people who had different expectations from the game more time to adjust. Because rather than going straight from anything goes to oh fuck, my build doesn't work, it's more a case of like anything goes, yeah, you kind of need to start optimizing, and then it goes from there. Maybe, I don't know. Because like I played it through and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Like I actually did enjoy it. It's not that like insanely difficult. Although my build that one time was quite lucky as well. I guess, I mean, that's the thing with roguelike games, it's quite a fair bit of luck, and I feel like the luck played a very big factor in it. But we'll see. We'll find out more tomorrow as I play through it more. So yeah, that's the plan for tomorrow. And the weekends are the same as usual, but for today I shall go and rest now. So have a good rest. Have a good rest of the day if it's still morning, afternoonish, and have a good sleep if it's night. This has been all from me for today. So until next time, take care, enjoy your day, and bye bye.